Okay, so I'm here with, what's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica, nice to meet you. So you know,
Nice
it's a question.
to meet you.
Okay, so because you're Korean.
Yeah, I'm from Korea.
Do people shake hands in Korea or no?
We do.
You do?
Especially for the younger generation, we do.
Okay,
absolutely.
okay. Because I over here shook your hand. I was like, I don't even know if that's
That's a proper thing.
Okay, all right. I was like, let me ask. I'm over here just. So what part of Korea are you from?
It's south, and you won't see North Koreans around you.
Well, yeah. What part of South Korea?
So.
Oh, okay. So this isn't your first time in LA, I'm assuming?
I've been here a couple of times traveling.
What are some of the differences of life here versus life in Korea? What are like some differences you'd say?
Well, I see more diversity in California, obviously, because like California is known to be one of the most diverse states in the United States, obviously. So diversity is indeed the characteristic that would describe California. So
Do you have a lot of mixed culture in Korea, or is it mostly?
Well, it's getting more diverse in culture recently, but
Okay.
obviously we do see a lot more diversity in California.
California does. The other day we were out and we had met like someone from Australia, someone from Zimbabwe, someone from Japan. So just within an hour we had met 10 different cultures, and it was like, okay, even in other states. I was in the Midwest, and even in the Midwest you don't have it like, not like California.
Right, but just because I only stay in Seoul, mostly in Korea, obviously Seoul is culturally way more diverse than other parts of Korea.
Because it's popular?
Yeah, because I'm like so biased in Seoul.
Okay, interesting. Okay, what are some of the things here culturally we could do, but over there would be like, you wouldn't do that?
I think having a small talk is something super not strange, but what Koreans are not used to at all.
Really?
Because like we only talk with friends or people we feel super like comfortable with.
Okay.
So talking to a stranger and having that kind of like short conversation is something that Koreans might feel uncomfortable, especially for the older generation.
Really? Okay, because here you can be seated at a park and someone might say hi and you'll talk for 15 minutes, have a good day.
Right,
But for you it's like, I don't talk to you unless I know
Not
you.
at all, not at all.
So interesting. You know, one of the things too that I heard, because my younger sister visited Korea, and she said it's very common for people to just travel by themselves in Korea, or to just go out and just do things.
They do a lot.
Interesting. So when you travel, do you just go solo sometimes?
Well, for me, I am a person who really needs a company.
Okay.
So it's just me that I actually need someone.
Okay.
But I do see many people who would travel alone, who would eat alone, who would like do so many things by themselves.
Okay.
So I think it's quite trendy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. How are people generally here versus in Korea? Like, are people generally more friendly here? Are they?
They're more friendly and more talkative.
Okay.
And I think they're more open here. They're like less judgmental, less biased.
Okay. I guess anywhere you go, if it's heavily populated with one way, you're gonna inadvertently become biased, right? Because you're like, well, this is what we're just used to, and this is all we've ever known.
Right.
But here in California, it's hard because there's so many cultures and so many people. It's kind of hard. It's like, well, there's so many of us. Just on this block, there's probably 1,000 different cultures, right? What is an average cost in US dollars for like an area in Seoul? Like, what would you say, like, give me like a one bedroom apartment. Sorry, one bed, one bath. What would that ballpark range be?
Like for rent?
Yeah, say you're gonna rent.
Per month, I think. Well, average, I believe, it really depends on the area. But on average, I think 700 USD.
700 a month.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, 700 to 800, really depends.
Right. So like here in Beverly, probably like 3-4 grand a month.
Right.
Okay. Is there a big difference between our food here and the food where you're at?
Oh, it's pretty much the same.
Really? Okay.
Like when it comes to like the menus that you can go for, I think it's the same.
Really? Do you all have a lot of fast food?
Tons.
Really?
Like,
so
options are the same.
Really?
But I think what's different is the portion. Portions are a lot smaller in Korea compared to the States.
that makes sense. Yeah, that's why we're generally kind of bigger here, right?
Yeah.
What would you, okay, So I'd asked you earlier, you said you're not married, correct?
Not.
So say a man was interested and he was gonna, I don't know, just take you on a date. In Korea, what would be an average cost of like a date? Because here in California, it could be very expensive.
It really depends.
Sure.
It really depends on what you would do.
Okay.
Because like, let's say if you just go to a nice restaurant and just maybe grab a drink
Sure.
after.
Sure.
It really depends, but let's say less than $300
Okay. Yeah, over here.
for everything.
For everything.
Yeah,
No,
just
over.
like restaurant plus drink.
Yeah, over here it's probably like 500,
But
depending
you,
what you're
you
doing.
know it can be up to 500 to even a grand.
Yeah, yeah,
depends.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that is true.
Yeah.
You can easily spend that. So, how is the weather there versus here? What is your weather like?
The weather is, these days, it's like kind of very hard to expect.
Okay.
And, you know, this earth is sick. But I like, the one thing I really like about Los Angeles is the weather.
Beautiful weather, huh?
Yeah, and
Beautiful
in
weather.
Korea it's a lot more humid during the summertime
Okay.
and scorching hot right now.
Okay.
And during the winter it's freezing cold and dry too.
Ah.
So
you
it's
have
actually
seasons.
we have like 4 seasons.
Okay. True
But,
seasons.
Yeah.
Here we
4.
have 3.
We have 4.
Okay, yeah,
So like
okay.
spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Okay.
But spring and fall, it's like so nice, but those seasons are getting shorter and shorter.
Okay.
And for summer and winter, it's like very hot and humid, and also very cold and dry. So
Beautiful. What's your favorite place to visit here in LA? What's something here you've been to that you really liked?
LA, so far I'm a beach person.
Beach person. Okay.
So
Do you surf?
No.
No? Okay, okay.
I just like to
Be at the
sit
beach?
beside, yeah,
Okay.
the beach. I actually recently been to Venice
Okay.
Beach.
Yeah, Venice is
and-
beautiful.
Yeah, and Santa Monica too.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my to-go places.
Those are your to-go places. Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing. We were just like
Thank
interviewing
you.
people about the different cultures and getting concepts and ideas. Well, thank you for
Yeah,
taking your
thank
time and sharing.
you.
Okay, got it.